Some of these streets are brick, laid before Wichita even had a real highway system. And no, I know we're in Wichita, but it's not the yellow brick road. Welcome to College Hill, one of Wichita's oldest and most talked about neighborhoods. And by the end of this video, you'll know if it's actually for you or if it just looks charming in the photos. I'm Joseph Hamer, and welcome back to Rooted in Wichita. You see, Stevie and I bought our first home together in the 400 block of North Vassar, right here in College Hill. So I'm not just giving you insider knowledge on this neighborhood, I actually lived it. College Hill is a front porch neighborhood. People sit outside, dogs get walked by constantly, and neighbors actually know each other's names. Halloween here is basically the biggest day of the year. Entire blocks shut down, and it's the kind of night you plan your year around as thousands of families come to enjoy the trick-or-treating tradition. But on our block, we even celebrated holidays like Christmas and the 4th of July and Cinco de Mayo with our neighbors. You see, the architecture is where it actually gets really fun. You'll pass by a bungalow and then a Spanish revival and then a full-on mansion, all on the same block. Some streets are still brick, lots are older, and the layouts can vary, but this is not a cookie-cutter neighborhood by any stretch of the imagination. These homes were mostly built between the 1900 and 1930s era, so you're buying character, you're buying age, and remind me to tell you more about that trade-off in a little bit. College Hill Park sits right in the middle of the neighborhood with 22 acres and a pool, tennis courts, and enough shade to make a Kansas summer afternoon relatively bearable. I run here regularly because it's not super flat. You'll get some minor hill work, whether you're looking for it or not. But even before I was a runner, College Hill has been one of our most favorite neighborhoods to just come walk the dogs through. And if you're a cyclist or you like the idea of riding your bike to work, there's a bike path along 1st and 2nd Street. So when I was a teacher at Riverside Elementary, I would actually utilize those to bike to school safely. Now, as a runner, I've definitely enjoyed those bike lanes for asphalt over concrete sidewalks, and I apologize to the cyclists. Now, College Hill is an extremely walkable, dog-friendly area. You're close enough to Wesley Hospital that daily life is convenient, but it also means you're gonna hear occasional helicopters or ambulance as Wesley is our level 1 trauma. Just something to know, as it's probably not a deal breaker for the people who live here, but when I was potty training our puppy, it definitely made the nights interesting with those distractions. You see, Wesley Hospital isn't all that's nearby though. In fact, it's one of the strongest parts of College Hill. Clifton Square and Douglas Avenue are basically your backyard. Larchers and coffee days cover your coffee needs, and Fiorito is one of my go-to special date night spots in the entire city. Everyday errands are close, and there's enough going on nearby that you rarely even have to leave the area. Plus, you're close to Kellogg and close to downtown, so really your furthest drive is probably going to Target out east, which is still only 15 minutes away by road or highway. Then we have College Hill Elementary, and it's right in the neighborhood, and it is such a great school. From there, students feed into Robinson Middle School and then over to East High School. Wichita Public Schools also have a magnet school system, which could be a neighborhood magnet, meaning you get in based on location and a lottery, or they also have pure magnet schools, which means you only get in on a lottery system. Now, if you've known me long enough or you get my monthly mailers, you know I love looking at data and then making it useful. So here's what happened in College Hill over the last 6 months. 44 homes sold, and they averaged $359,000 with a median of $345,000. Homes here moved pretty quickly too, just averaging 17 days on market and an average around $141 per square foot. College Hill is a great example of a neighborhood that you can't just look at the averages or the median because the architecture here is so different. You may have a $200,000 home sitting right next to a $1 million home. You may have a home that's impeccably maintained right next to one that's getting away from someone. So don't just multiply that $141 a square foot times the square footage of your house. That's not going to be a good value estimate. Right now, there are only 4 active listings, and they average around $390,000. But pending, there are 16 homes under contract, and that average jumps up to $478,000. But I will tell you, those are skewed because there are a couple homes that are over $1 million that are under contract right now. The more honest median number for pendings is $355,000. But the bottom line is, you can still find an entry point in the $200,000 range in College Hill. And on the other end, there are estate level homes pushing over $1 million. That range is part of what makes this neighborhood so beautiful, diverse, and unique. Now, if you want walkability, community, and a house with actual character, College Hill is hard to beat. It's right for people who don't mind a little extra maintenance in exchange for personality. Oh, and here's that trade-off I wanted to tell you about. The homes here, they are old. They're over 100 years old, and a lot of cases, that's gonna be hit or miss based on how well they're cared for. They have cinder block foundations, sometimes wet basements show up here, and definitely more than they might in a newer neighborhood. So a good inspection isn't optional when you're buying here, it's essential. And please, don't skip the sewer line scope when you're buying a house here. Some of them are in fantastic condition, but others are crumbling clay tile. Now, if you want a low maintenance, a move-in ready home with zero surprises, you might be happier somewhere newer. But if you want to know your neighbors and you love a house with good history to it, this might be one of the best neighborhoods in Wichita for you. I know it was for us. We love the old windows, the thin plank hardwood floors, the rainstorms from our front porch swing. If College Hill is on your list, let's talk about what actually is available in the market right now, or even what's coming up that hasn't hit the market yet. And if you're curious how it compares to others nearby, maybe some neighborhoods with somewhat of a similar feel like Crown Heights or Riverside, Sleepy Hollow, or even Eastboro, I'd be happy to chat with you about the pros and cons of those neighborhoods as well. I know my wife and I miss the neighborly waves from the front porch swing. We miss walking down to Clifton Square to grab some pizza at Ziggy's. And if that feels like home to you, I'd love to help you find your place here. I'm Joseph Hamer. Let's grow some roots.